Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It is a very windy, blustery day. You might even in fact see some snowflakes today. The cold front passed through. It's a big storm, and I just wanted to give you guys a update on what's going on in the garden. Sort of a garden tour, but mainly on the trees, the fruit trees. This is not even an orchard. We just have 3 of them, but they are really new. The oldest ones are those 2. Last year, this one's this year. So this is a Bartlett pear, and you could see it has many buds, and I think it would produce, it would produce fruit this year. But the thing is, it's a pear, and most need a cross-pollinator. This one is semi-pollinating, so it could produce a couple of fruits, but it's going to be much more abundant with another pear. So I'm not expecting much. I'm just, expecting for this to grow a lot this year. But these branches, look at this. They're so flimsy. I'm literally putting no effort on this. This could not even support one tiny fruit. They need to thicken and really develop into one of these thicker branches. But I'm looking forward to a year of growth on this tree. In terms of our apple tree, we could see that it's doing nicely. I don't think I've ever even shown it on this channel before, but this is a gala apple tree. And another thing, it's semi-pollinating. So yes, it would produce a couple of fruits, depending on the tree size. But as you can see right here, right here there is 1 graft, 2 graft, 3 graft, 4 graft, 5 graft, 6 graft up there. So I grafted this tree. I grafted a Red Delicious on this apple, and the reason is a Red Delicious and a Gala, whatever you want to pronounce it as, do their cross-pollination very well. So if this one flowers, if any of these grafts take, I just need 1. That would be enough, and that would be I would technically have 2 varieties of apples on 1 tree, and that would allow me to have cross-pollination without having 2 trees taking up twice as much space, because this yard is a residential yard. We don't have that much space here for fruit trees. This is a peach tree, and this peach tree is probably the best out of all of these, and the reason for that is because it doesn't need a cross-pollinator, so it could pollinate itself and produce loads of fruit. However, last year I did a mistake with this. I tried separating these 2 a little bit more for a wider crotch angle, and it kind of got a little bit injured. Tiny crack developed, so I just really bundled it up. I wanted to seal it up during the winter time, and I will keep that bundled up for the next couple of years to make sure this will seal. There's a plane flying over, hopefully you could bear with that, but last year we actually got nothing out of these trees. Well, these 2 trees. That one wasn't even there, and this one produced a fruit. It did flower, actually, several flowers. It was very poor pollinating conditions. We got rain, we got wind, and there was actually a little bit of snow during when the flowers opened, and that led to almost 0 pollination. And I say almost because one did pollinate, one tiny peach did, and it grew nicely. I was looking forward to it because it was a really nice peach tree looking, really nice peach fruit. But then one day it was very windy, a thunderstorm came by, that fell off, and before I got a chance to get it, a squirrel took it away. So that's okay, I wasn't expecting much. That allowed it to grow more, but this year it has a lot of buds on here. This is a phone, so basically I don't know if you'll be able to see this. You can see that that's a bud, that's a fruiting bud, and these peaches only fruit on 1-year-old buds, only on last year's growth. This was 2 years ago. You could see no buds. That was last year's. You could see buds. So very interested to see what's going to happen. But I still have one more thing to show you guys. So yes, a little change of settings. We are in a little hoop house that I built, constructed it a few years back. And it does its service. It does it very well when the sun is shining, but when there's no sun, it's basically no difference from the outdoors. So it's still bone chilling in here. And we see another fruit tree. This one's very special to me as I grew this from seed. So I nurtured it from an apple seed all the way into this. It was much taller. It was about that tall. I cut it down, and again I grafted on another Red Delicious graft. So if all those grafts over there fail, we could have another Red Delicious apple tree. This one would be all Red Delicious. And then I guess, if this one, assuming this one takes, we'd have 2 apple trees, which would also be fine, but a little bit more of a space hog. I did leave a couple of branches on here, just in case that fails. It could grow, and it could produce possibly more branches, so I could propagate it next year, because I really hate to lose this tree. This tree's a beautiful tree. It was growing so fast. It was a shame to cut it down, but it's better, because, apple trees grown from seed, we don't have space to test out what would happen, because a lot of the fruit trees don't even produce edible apples, or they don't even produce apples grown from seed. So I wasn't really willing to find that out, so I just decided to graft it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Consider liking, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. See ya. Bye.